Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the Silver Keys. Today, we're doing the other 5 towers, I guess, since there's that's just what's happening in here. The game really doesn't give you a lot of choices for what you're doing in a given day. It's pretty linear, but, I don't mind. So yeah, I'm just gonna edit to the actual parts here. Alright, here we go. Page 1. Kamui Mass Pro KM's biggest goal is in the analysis of ocular silverization. The silverization gene confirmed in previous research only occurs under specific conditions. So what is the deal with the surname Mass Pro and there's this whole the idea of ocular silverization is clearly the big idea behind this chapter, but I still don't know exactly what it's referring to. Report. Re-AM results. Among 1,440 applicable female children, a total of 809 had the gene confirmed. Among these 809 people, 329 had the ocular surgery. Among them, ocular silverization occurred in 0 people. Cool. So it never took an Ayami out. The odds of taking on an Ayami is at least below 1 in 300, most likely. Page 2. Period of 4 years. Female children with a positive gene are applicable. Curriculum has been unified. High achievers and those with many of the applicable traits shall be provided with concentrated education. For curriculum details, refer to Chart 67 on attached document A. More text just emphasizing how they're controlling the education of these kids doesn't really give us any interesting details, I think. In order to clarify ocular silverization and eyeball transplants, this project is to officially begin. Notice, your sticker books will be collected. Please get a new sticker book from the teacher. So I'm guessing that's how they kept track of how obedient / effective each child was. And yeah, I think which doors are open, I commented on that last time. I think it's just certain doors are preset in the model for whatever reason. Report. Educational revision. The current version of the educational guidelines are thought to be lacking and have promptly been revised based on new research. Oh, there's another one off to the side. Is this another dead child? Sure is. That's cool. Big fan of that. I don't know if that even is a child. Might be just one of the clones grown up or something. Notification. This project is to be completely finished. All manuals and other related documents are to be destroyed within 7 days from now. Then why are there pages scattered through the buildings like this? I don't think they're ever going to give an in-universe reason. I talked about it before last time, it could just be a shorthand for your character remembering things. Step 26. Educational direction. Today's job. The box contains many cards. Collect all cards of the color specified by the teacher. Once finished, get a sticker from the teacher. Report. Shelter Kids Policy. Neither KM nor AM achieved ocular silverization, which is unfortunate. But while it wasn't fully achieved, there were 272 people who made it to the step before that, and I felt that this is close enough to be considered successful. Policy is to be enacted once again. Shelter Kids Policy Implementation Office Administrator Kaiji Inzawa. I wonder, the stereotypical twist would be I ended up being like a different batch and I'm the one that did go through with it or something like that. Page 4. Mass production of mental clones needs subjects close to K before ocular cellularization, and children found to have the required gene are to be watched over in the shelter and provided with 4 years of curriculum-based education. Each group, page 3, each group is having an administrator. 108 people are to be split among 3 schools. That's an important number, right? In Japanese tradition. Administrators of groups with at least 25% of members considered unsuitable are to be processed by the applicable office. Now, children found unsuitable shall be similarly processed. All employees are to abide by this. Page 4. Addition. Male children applicable for education will not be increased, but if mistakes are found in the curriculum, they may be increased with permission from an administrator. Are they always on the same floors? Like, it's always in the first floor, I think. Report, administrator room. No possible ocular subjects. No changes in physical suitability. However, sight drops in immune system have been found. In accordance with item 88, the following have been found to have reached their limit. 987, 989. I wonder if I'm going to learn my number and can, like, cross-reference it against these things. Notification. At the start of this project, former project members are to report to the administration office meeting room by 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. Notice, tomorrow's cleaning day. Be sure not to leave your stuff while cleaning up. I'm guessing that's supposed to be like ominous, like a metaphor for something. I still would like to know what's up with these red doors, but whatever. This one I think has a note on every floor so far. 2. Step 92, Educational Direction. Today's job. Draw whatever picture you like in the sketchbook you received from the teacher. Keep drawing until the teacher says to stop. When finished, show the teacher and receive a sticker. Yeah, this one doesn't have a note, but it does have a dead kid. Yeah, it's got the same kind of look as me. That's pretty cool. And you only get to see it once, I guess. You only really need to see it once. It's not like there's any text or anything there. It's just for effect, you know? Oh, this one actually doesn't have one, so... What do you know? Alright, last tower. I don't know if we're going to trigger a cutscene or anything after this, but I mean, we're not even at video length before the editing is going to happen, so I feel like we'll keep going, maybe? Page 5. The identification of the ocular cellularization mechanism has been the dream of humanity for years. It is a huge step towards immortality. Shelter Kids Policy Implementation Office Administrator Kaiji Inzawa. Page 4. From the Implementation Office Manager. For the implementation of AM, all employees must be on the same page. Our goal is the recreation The recreation, I guess is a better emphasis, of ocular silverization. For KM, thanks to your hard work and research, we were able to confirm the existence of the process, so they did get one at least to get it to go through. That is not our final goal. Page 3. Each group is to have an administrator. 108 people are to be split among 3 schools. Full education is to be implemented. For male children in whom the particular gene is strong, ocular transplants are to be implemented. In some situations, transplants may be carried out several times. Please be sure to pay close attention to the subject's health and physical condition. For details on administration, please refer to attached material number 2. Report read KM results. Among 1,440 applicable male children, a total of 778 had the gene confirmed. Among those 778 people, 389 had the ocular surgery. Only that many? Among them, ocular silverization occurred in 0 people. I feel like you should try the other half too, maybe. Right? Or I guess it could be like expensive. I don't know exactly what was happening. They don't give any details on like the administrative side of these. Alright, let's see if anything happens. Control panel. Oh. Hello, what is this? Nothing happens anywhere. I mean, 7394 is the key, right? And if you look there, and the number 8 hides the 7, and then the 3rd, and then the 9th, and the 4th. Spade, diamond. Well, what's the other? My question is, what's the order? Spade, diamond, heart, club. Well, let's see if we can figure out what this means here. Let's go into number 7 then, I guess, first. Spade, diamond, heart, clubs. This one's a spade. We need to get it first. Well, there's now something new here. Like I looked at 5 something that's blinking. Oh, hey buddy. This world is engraved in Kamui's mind. This is the 20-year curse that haunted him. But that's normal, as far as this unbelievable story is concerned. Besides, you're no idiot. But real people, forced to live in a place like this. My voice is breaking. It's unnerving knowing that someone could get used to it. Yeah, this is where someone else hid in a sheltered place before, right? But living in a strange place like the 24 wards, and to be surrounded by these weird environments. Places like this aren't so far-fetched. I mean, really, to call this the underworld a huge crime has nothing to do with the actual place. The problem is the business of the organizations. But seeing as things have turned out like this, if you were to ask me what's the point of the work I do, I wouldn't feel bitter. More like at peace, I guess. Like how you feel when a cool breeze flows by. It's a pleasant feeling. At least for old guys like me. I don't have a fire to fuel my anger. Just putting on this carefree front is a natural way of it. And, well, if you were to ask what we do now, we find our enemy and we take them out. Look at the dead bodies of these murderers. These guys were residents. And now they've died in the place that they once called home. This is the end of the road for the stock. I guess you could call it a safety measure. These dummies are necessary when going from one convoy to the next. And what do you think would happen if you were to kill them? There would be no buffer when going into the next convoy. There would be nothing. There would just be fewer convoys. Every time a new convoy appears, there shall be something akin to a ceremonial custom. Enormous amounts of information must be sent out, to the extent of whatever the communication method can handle, and it's not a simple process. We're getting an injection of a very complex source. And that's why the next convoy would come here. That's me. And those Trump guys are the guard dogs. They're the one who protect convoy. And that's why I killed them. So they wouldn't get in the way. So he killed all the people, and they were all guards from Trump, and he killed them all. I have to meet the next convoy. It might be me, I guess. I want him to show himself before me. I want to be face to face with convoy. Yeah, I hope it's not dramatic irony. I'm not gonna kill him. Am I gonna kill him? I hope not, but that's the logical place where this is going. Glad you can make it, convoy. That's the end of the chapter, right? Or maybe not. No, we're just cruising together, buddy and buddy. As you do. As happens. Where are we? We're in the elevator. We're in a cutscene now, so it's just kind of however the game wants to pace this. I mean, we're probably right about the end, right? This place was created for fun by the Elder members as a symbol of political power. It took in large amounts of tainted money. It was like a luxurious elderly home. And then 20 years ago, the silver case occurred in the very same location. And it was carried out by a hitman called Kamui. This Kamui was the original form of Kamui. The perpetrator, Kamui Uehara. He was called the Format Kamui. He was the trump card of the FSO Frontier Conservative Party. He went to the radical TRO and CCO Tech Civic Reform Alliance, where all their most important leaders gathered. He snuck into the TV tower all alone and killed every one of the elders. A high-powered pistol in each hand. He just stood there in a river of blood. And so I shot and killed him. Uehara didn't put up any kind of resistance. So you already knew about all this going forward. You just smiled. That is the silver case. The only ones that knew the truth are me, the old man, and Munakata. Just us three. The man known as Kamui Uehara was real, but his birth record wasn't even on the government's host. Maybe Uehara was never human after all. That's what I've been thinking recently. But I don't understand. Silver was never made public. After that case, the TV tower was closed. It became a tower run completely by computer, no people. Simply put, it was changed into a relay tower. My voice is getting a little funky here. Sorry. I'm not used to doing this kind of voice for a long time. I don't know even how good it sounds. All the young folks were excited, like it was some kind of a date spot. I mean, that is romantic, right? That kind of thing, I guess. And now we get to just enjoy the elevator ride. The music's kicking in. So maybe we'll regain control here eventually. It's weird how they would have, like, the longer cinematic here and not have any, like, text or anything for it, unless it glitched out. No, I mean, I clicked, it's not, there's no text coming out. Maybe this is just how it's supposed to go. Where are we even going? Like, we're going up the top of somewhere, we're looking down at all the, shelter area normally. However, there was one door I couldn't open. I shot it, but never budged an inch. He didn't seem to mind at all. What the fuck was that? Well, I'm sure I'll understand soon. Am I gonna kill Kusabi? Oh no, or we're gonna talk to someone. They just pushed me into this interactive spot, but this is pretty cool, I think, all things considered. This is a cool environment. A graveyard filled with the elderly. I mean, that's what a graveyard should be filled with, right? Kamui, there's no going back. Alright, so hopefully it looks like we're still buddy-buddy for now, and that is as good a spot as we're gonna get, I think, to call it an episode. Yeah, my voice is all scratchy now. Thanks for watching. Next time, more plot, hopefully, that we don't have to speed through. That'd be nice.